Hello everyone! I was just recording and pulling cards and my phone ran out of storage, so I had to go and clear out a bunch of stuff. I need a phone with a lot more storage. It's got like 128 gigs and that's great. I love 128 gigs, but it's just not enough. Tuppence is here to bless the reading. He's been kicked off the table once or twice because he just can't seem to just mellow on his own. Get mellow, huh, honey? I want to see if I can get you guys just praying. Maybe, maybe not. We'll find out. Tobin, can you get out of here? Get out of here, please. He's like, no. And how about I walk all over your cards? Because we love that. We love it. I'm so happy about that. It's my little microphone case. Okay. Turn this down just a hair. Sir, excuse you. You can go down. I love him. I absolutely love my Tuppence, but he just doesn't really respect my boundaries. And now that I've put him down, he's gonna go be naughty and do things I don't like for attention. But I pulled cards. There's a little something going on here. Let me grab a little sippy. I made some little peach tea for today. So, we're taking a look at your reading. We started off, normally I would pull cards in front of you, but I did and then I ran out of storage. So, anyways, let's hop to it. Welcome, Hanson, back again with another reading. I'm opening up the energy here, so if you open to accept and receive the energy that is here, a positive energy, beautiful, abundant, healing energy is open for those who are receiving this reading right now. I invite you to relax, open up, listen if it's comfortable for you, and if this resonates, this message could be for you. If it doesn't, this is just a space where you can bask and share in the healing energy that's being brought into the space and open up to any, like if you're a student of tarot or of divination, you can start to attune yourself, if you haven't already, to opening up some of your energy receptors and allowing yourself to sort of translate what's going on in the field right now. But with that aside, darlings, I'm gonna start decoding some stuff here. We have the Queen of Cups, and that's you. That's your energy. You're coming off a super loving, super affectionate, just really positive, fabulous energy. Tuppence, good job. I'm proud of you, Tuppence. He's finally settled down. It took him a little bit, but he's snuggled up in his little spot. I have the Page of Swords underneath. This is a lot is talking about healing, because in the second pillar I have a Four of Swords. I have Four of Swords and a Queen of Cups. Both very potent healing cards. Very potent healing cards. But this Queen of Cups is clarified by a Page of Swords. So you might be learning, you might be studying, you might be supporting yourself through a hobby that is going to be educational in some fashion. I have the Star reversed and the Six of Cups. And I laugh at this a little bit because the Page of Swords tends to be a spy. The Star reversed is interesting, and the Six of Cups is interesting. But what I'm seeing here, the possibility of what this could be, with the spy, the Star reversed, and the Six of Cups, somebody is watching you. A past person, possibly, is watching you sort of move on without them. With the Star reversed, it's not opposite. Some people see it opposite. I see this as, especially with the Page of Swords, explaining spying and possibly watching. The Star could be a different energy from the Page of Swords, someone else. It's referring to another person, possibly an Aquarius. The person watching you might be an Aquarius. The Star represents Aquarius. And it's a healing in reverse, with guiding light in reverse. You might be guiding yourself to safe harbor. You might be finding where you're supposed to be going despite this person, right? Healing and directing yourself where you need to go without this person. This might be illuminating this person. They might be seeing that they are more of a need or more of a want or at one point were more of a want and not a need. You're handling things all by yourself. But the Six of Cups expresses that they may want to come in. They may want to come in and communicate. They may want to be tender and loving with the Queen of Cups here. They may want to be open and vulnerable with you and communicate something about their life. There's a Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So this is a twin flame message, typically, or a divine union message of some kind. I don't make the rules. Love readings find me, and I cannot stop it. It's just happening. Literally, the Four of Swords followed by the Lovers. I mean, it just is. Someone's healing. Someone's getting over healing and moving on from a past heartbreak situation, where this other person wants to come in with this, like, communication. But we have Temperance with the Lovers here. That's interesting. The Four of Swords, the Page of Wands, and the Ten of Swords. There's somebody in deep regret. Because this Four of Swords is healing. And it's healing from a betrayal. From a lover. Someone who was a deep lover before. Someone who really loved you before has betrayed you. And has left you deeply wounded. And with Temperance here, you are healing. And it's part of the healing process. Temperance is, you're in due process, however. You guys haven't fully moved on from each other. And you might think you've moved on, but you're still feeling the feelings. They're still processing. You're still releasing. And certain cycles might still be closing out. My nose is itching. The nose knows. Tubbins, your love is making my nose itch with all your fuzz. He's falling asleep. It's the cutest. I love you, sweet boy. I love you. He's holding my hand now. Because he's the best. He's the best, sweetest. But, yes, okay. I'm just so relaxed. I'm so relaxed, which is a great feeling, but it's making it harder to focus. So what I'm seeing here, Spirit, can you clarify for me? It's for you, Tubbins. Clarify this Temperance for me. I'm seeing this betrayal from this lover, and it's interesting because the Page of Wands, it's because they were immature. It's because they're coming across foolishly, coming across. It's almost as if you are experiencing wounding from a childlike energy. The Devil reversed. Temperance, this person is coming out of a devil experience. Or you are, with the Four of Swords. Spirit, clarify, who is this Four of Swords, or for? The Fool. This is for you. This is a new beginning for you. Yes, that's what I'm getting. Double checking with the Six of Wands. Yes. This is you coming out of a really nasty situation with a lover who could have been a twin flame energy. I like to express to people, I've never met a pair of twin flames that were like, oh my god, we're twin flames and we're the best relationship ever. I've never met that. I've never seen a good set of twin flames. I've seen necessary sets of twin flames. I've seen people who go into these twin flame unions who need to learn how to love themselves. It's essentially detoxing you from unhealthy habits in love, unhealthy behaviors in love, codependency is for the chaser, avoidance for the runner. It's forcing you to see the issues in yourself and help heal the blocks that you may have built in yourself from trauma in love, to realize that love is for you and you are allowed to have love. The problem is this twin flame energy doesn't align typically, and it's specifically meant to be toxic, to help focus on fixing issues. But once the issues are fixed, you're settled with something that really doesn't always align with you, because you heal and your vibration moves so much that you're not always sitting in it. Some people, it works out. Some people, they hold it up. But relationships, what is it, like 50% of marriages end in divorce? Like, love is beautiful, and we got to enjoy it while it lasts, but forever is something that will never exist. And I hate to tell people that. I'm not saying that forever isn't like a beautiful thing, but if you ever see people who are together forever, it's because they worked and they both committed and they both gave themselves a little bit of psychosis, made themselves a little crazy, just a little bit, instead of embracing the natural ebb and flow of we're going to make each other better people by being an opportunity for growth. And then we're going to let go and we're going to rebond with someone new, and they're going to teach us something totally new about love, and then we're going to do it again. And it's this beautiful dance. For some, life is different for every person. Some people are like one person forever and they just got lucky and the universe just clicked and it was just there. But sometimes it's not. It depends on your life path. What are you here to do? Are you here to learn through relationships? Are you here to learn from being single? Or are you here to have a beautiful support system through someone else? Or is someone else meant to be your hell? These are all life paths that exist. And what I'm seeing in your particular circumstance is that you're healing from a past person who has been watching you and who wants to come in with some sort of communication as you're moving on gracefully by yourself from this terrible betrayal from this person. I've also got the Four of Cups, Four of Pentacles. You're kind of working on your money and you're kind of ignoring this person's energy. You might be feeling them empathically with the Queen of Cups. You might feel them pushing and pulling on your energy at some point. You might feel their emotions, is what I just heard. I drew the Hermit. I'm clarifying the Ten of Swords. The Hermit. Spirit, tell me more about the Ten of Swords. Four of Pentacles reversed. Nine of Cups reversed. Five of Pentacles reversed. Magician reversed. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles, bottom of the deck. This person is coming across with some kind of wicked energy here. So the Ten of Swords with the Hermit, this kind of talks about someone kind of isolating, so maybe never connecting with you fully. Then I have this Four of Pentacles reversed. This talks about letting go, like not holding on. Someone who's kind of pretending like you're not important or disconnecting from you. Loose grip, not really there, not really present. Kind of they live in their own little island and they're not really opening up for you. In a lot of cases, you don't really exist. Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Cups reversed. Nine of Cups reversed is a really sad energy. That's a wish unfulfillment. It can also mean a lot of other things, but what I'm feeling off of this, it's kind of, this person was never sort of what you dreamed or hoped for out of love, but you really love them anyways. Twin flames are like that. You kind of like are overwhelmed by the emotional energy that comes from them, and you're like, I really want to love this person. I really like believe in this. I'm feeling so many feelings, and this person's probably just expressing nothing. I'm not saying they didn't feel it. I'm saying they didn't express it. I'm not seeing feelings being expressed. I'm not seeing emotions being like, yes, 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 yes. Like, it's not really connecting in the way that it should. I also have this Five of Pentacles reversed, which is this person probably was like pushing you, leaving you out in the cold as a means of, with the Magician reverse, manipulation. This person avoided giving you emotions as an effort to sort of keep pulling on your energy, just keep milking you for energy. It's giving me energy vampire with the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom. They never gave you a solid offer. This person just kept you on the fence, unthinking, feeling, not necessarily acting. They didn't manifest or ground their actions. I don't feel a malicious betrayal here, though. I don't feel like there's manipulation. Absolutely. There's definitely like gaslighting and disconnection. Absolutely. But it's done out of fear. This person is doing this out of fear. This is the kind of energy that just like never intended to fall in love, but they did. And or maybe they fall in love a lot of times, and love just really is kind of something cheap to them because they never really know what real love is, and so they're just trying to enjoy what they can get, and they really like how you make them feel. You love them. And this person, you're actively healing from a space where they betrayed you terribly, and you wanted connection, you wanted to reach out, you wanted to love, and they neglected and abandoned you as an attempt to manipulate and control you. I had the Seven of Pentacles reversed. This came out weird before, and it's feeling weird now. I'm going to say it's crossed because it's weird. Seven of Pentacles is about like nurturing something, waiting for it to grow, waiting for this to step into a place of meaningfulness. And it never grew into that. It never matured. This was a plant that was like castrated when it was sown. This is a plant that never goes to seed. It never goes to fruit. It just keeps growing and then just hangs out like that. It's not in a place of transformation or evolution. Actually, I see Queen of Swords here reversed. The Queen of Swords, you might have cut this person out of your life. You might have basically shown up and said no more. No mas. No more thank you. Thank you, but no thank you. Like, the Queen of Swords, again, referring to the reverse as being more your energy. Involving this, you kind of had no choice but to cut yourself out of this situation. Clarity, Spirit, yeah, Ace of Pentacles reversed. Clarity, the Moon. And this person, you were confused. You weren't really understanding why this person wasn't connecting with you, wasn't sharing love with you. They might have just completely ignored you to the point where there was just nothing left. Like, you might have just cut them out because they were just abandoning you completely. And there's a lot of coldness, a lot of space here, which is kind of a nonsense. Queen of Wands, Knight of Cups, with the Magician reversed. Someone, this is rough, because the Queen of Wands is not you, and the Queen of Wands is not them. Somebody was, the Knight of Cups is someone who's sort of wishy-washy. They're flirty and romantic and love-bomby, and then they kind of, like, you know, abandon. They're, like, hot and cold in love. They're just a lot of emotions. And they're not really, they're non-committal. The Knight of Cups is kind of a hoe for show. They're romantic, but they're whining and dining a lot of people. They're just romantic in general. It's not necessarily one person. But with the Queen of Wands here and the Magician reverse, it's saying someone outside, someone in your circle here was interfering with this relationship. And the interference is showing up with the manipulation. This person, I don't think they intentionally meant to target you out of aggression. At least not at first. I think they just wanted to do something involving controlling this person so that they wouldn't show up with a real love offer for whatever reason. I think maybe they just like to be in control. I don't know, but the clarity is coming through that there was manipulation involved in why this person wasn't coming forward, wasn't trying to grow something with you, wasn't trying to connect with you in some way. And I'm just like, okay. And now there's Five of Swords. There's fighting, there's infighting, there's arguing. This person is trying to come back to you after recognizing the betrayal in their own experience, recognizing the delusion in their own situation, and this Five of Swords, them fighting. They're fighting, they're arguing, they're struggling with the energy of this person. I see the Seven of Wands. Yeah, two cards of holding your ground and arguing. So this Queen of Cups might have kept pushing this person and pushing this person, maybe like talking shit about you in the back, like really just taking it too far and consistently burning your name, breaking you down, making you feel worse and worse and worse, or not you, but making them feel worse and worse and worse. And some boiling point came up where they said what they said, and I'm literally hearing I said what I said. It's Spirit's just telling me right now, this person just holding these two cards, I can feel it. This person unapologetically just basically called this person out after a while, after some sort of circumstance, and said, you know, so what? What's the problem? What are you doing? And they defended you. This person defended you after being your, like, demise, after being kind of awful, or whatever the situation was. Maybe they just isolated, maybe they're just cold. The moon is keeping secrets, you know, like there's this cold, isolating disconnection from this person. It's not necessarily malicious. I'm not saying malicious or hatred, or deeply cruel intention here. It's not showing up. It might be there, but it's not showing up. And since it's not showing up and I'm not feeling it, I feel like this person was just confused, probably really emotionally clogged and messed up. They're probably trying to find their own healing. And this Queen of Wands energy over here is just like deceiving them, just pouring like shit into their head. And they basically just had enough. They put up a wall saying, well, like, what's the problem? Why are you still being like a challenging issue? Knight of Swords is coming out with the Two of Wands reversed. Spirit, clarify this Knight of Wands, Two of Swords energy. What's going on between the two of these? This one. These two. Just Judgment. Okay. We have Judgment and we have the Three of Swords reversed. Three of Swords and Judgment together is always messy. And then I have the Three of Pentacles upright. This person, they collaborated together. These two would have been in communication since the beginning of your relationship, probably. And they were communicating and jiving. This person wasn't like, it's not feeling like a third party, like someone that they're in love with. That might be there also. It's not showing up in the reading directly. There's a little bit with the Three of Swords. There might be a third party. There might be that sort of energy here. This person has been taking their sweet goddamn time. Their sweet time with this Knight of Pentacles. You guys might have not talked for a while. There's this Two of Wands. This person feels like you might be moving on to another timeline, another relationship with another person, another experience, a whole nother life. It's like they're living parallel. One's here, and you're moving over here because over here is where you've been, and it's kind of like rotten, and you're like, no more. I'm changing the trajectory of my future for my own betterment. But with the Three of Pentacles here, like these people might have collaborated, and this person is like, that's one of the things they want to come in and communicate something with you, and this might be it. Because the Knight of Swords also has a lot to say. There's a lot to say with the Knight of Swords. They want to communicate a lot. They want to rush in and communicate how they don't want you to move on to someone else. And they need to show up true. They need to show up correct because they know how they messed up. The Three of Swords here reversed with Judgment. Spirit, clarify the Three of Swords for me. What's the Three of Swords doing here? Page of Pentacles, Page of Cups. That's what it is. This person wants to redeem. Nine of Cups reversed. This person wants to redeem themselves. They want to fix this. They want a healing. They want a rejuvenation. Or at the very least, they want to put that option on the table for you. What they really want in feeling is forgiveness. This person wants to be forgiven. They want to be recognized for the truth of the situation, which they did not give you. And they also want to explain it. I don't want to say, this is a whole misunderstanding. It's a whole misunderstanding. It's a whole misunderstanding. I don't think that's the case. I think they know they betrayed you, and I think they know they did some really horrible things. But I also know that they can't get over you. They're continually... I feel like this is borderlining obsession. There's a weird energy here. For some of you. Not everybody in this reading is going to experience obsession like this, but some of you are experiencing obsession or like that sort of energy radiating from this person. You can probably feel it empathically if you're the Queen of Cups here. This Page of Cups, Page of Pentacles energy, it's like someone who wants to come bring love and bring like an offer of real solid love. The real solid love that they never offered you this whole time. In order as a means of trajectory and fixing something. So let's not get too wild with that. Let's let that simmer for a minute. Let's take a look at this next truth. I got about 6 minutes. Let's take a look. We have, I'll probably take longer than that, but I'm just looking at my clock. I aim for like 30 minutes for these ones. I have the King of Pentacles reversed with the Emperor reversed. It's like, oof. This person doesn't feel like they have anything to offer you. Not even a little bit. This person feels like broke as a joke and wonders why like nothing's working out for them. Eight of Cups reversed. Seven of Swords. One more. Is that Nine of Cups again? This person self-sabotaged this relationship with you by quiet quitting the relationship. They kind of stepped out assuming you would leave them or some sort of thing like that. They stepped away from the relationship with express intention of seeing like no future here. The Two of Pentacles, like maybe it was too much. They were juggling too much. They were overwhelmed. They were exhausted, and maybe you were needy. Maybe you needed more from them, and they didn't have more to give, and they were kind of burnt out. And so, or something just was not working, or maybe they thought they ruined the relationship, and there's no way to fix it, and it was always upsetting. It was always sad. It was always miserable. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. That's interesting with the Two of Pentacles. This person thinks a lot of these issues will go away as soon as they have money. Money is what they need. Money is what they are asking the universe for. If I have money, then there are no real problems. And that's not the issue. The issue here is a failure to see the self, an inability to recognize themselves in the energy. They cannot see themselves. With the sun, I feel the sun reversed. No, it's not the sun reversed. It's the sun upright. Explain. Knight of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles reversed. I count Knight of Pentacles again. This person's recognizing time is the enemy for them. That's what I just heard. Time is the enemy, and it's an inability for them to sort of keep up processing all this, for all this to sort of make sense, for all this to kind of come together in a way that they're able to like grasp and understand and like do everything they need to do. I feel like this person is cleaning up their life. There's an Ace of Swords. They're coming to communicate a bunch of stuff with you, who they think you are, to them. Because I'm seeing some beautiful energy here. Let's clarify death, please. Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune. Knight of Pentacles. Two cards of karma and time. This person's been suffering in your absence, and they're recognizing what they failed to do. Interesting. This person's healing into who they're supposed to be for you and who they're supposed to be for themselves. I'm not saying this person's going to be perfect. I'm just saying this is going to be a lot. You got this incoming, and it's something you got to prepare for. Brace yourself. There's going to be a lot of emotions. You're going to have a lot to think about. There's a lot going on inside this person. The strength. This is interesting. Strength. Ace of Wands. Two of Swords. Whose choice is this, Spirit? Ten of Cups reversed. Nine of Swords. This person made a bad choice. This person made a bad choice which killed the relationship, and they didn't realize, like, they didn't think that was a problem. Like, this person was, like I said, they quit the relationship. They thought they ruined it, or they thought they couldn't fix it. They were just in their ego, in their shardiest energy. They thought, I have nothing to give. I have no energy to offer. Five of Cups reversed. They're horribly regretful about this choice. They're going to be honest with you about it, because the Ace of Swords is coming through. They know if they're not honest that the universe is going to bite them. And they're also super anxious and worried and spiraling in their head. And they know that you will not tolerate anything less. That's kind of the twin flame journey here, which you have right here. It's a healing of your own inability to tolerate less. To be treated like garbage. Like, you're willing to be treated like garbage to a point. But at some point, you're like, it doesn't matter how much I love you. I can't tolerate this absolutely egregious behavior. It just can't be done. Nine of Cups reverse again. Clarify this Nine of Cups. Eight of Pentacles. This person broke their own heart when they walked away from you, and they didn't realize it at the time. Or when they mistreated you, when they neglected you, and you had to cut it off. They didn't realize their actions led to this. They're like, well, no. This person might have also said some really awful things about you with the world. This person's worst fear is that you're pretty much fed up with them and you're done. I don't want to say their worst fear, but you're going to be their white buffalo, which is something I heard from my friends, which is like the one who got away. Like the most amazing, like legendary, mystical, magical being. It's kind of like a unicorn that just disappears, and it's like outside of their ability to reach. when they had something really beautiful, they had something really amazing with you. And it's divinely aligned. When I see this Four of Wands, it's supposed to work out, even in different ways that you might not perceive. I have, what is that? Seven of Cups. With the Chariot showing up as, like, movement. It's movement, and it's guiding something through obstacles. We have the Seven of Cups, which is delusion, thought process. This person might be getting through their life, fantasizing about your relationship and what it could be and how they could fix it. Especially we have this Eight of Wands. It's like building up emotions in them. It's accumulating. Eight of Wands is also known as Cupid's arrow. So it's somebody being overwhelmed by love and emotional affection. With the Page of Pentacles, they're not saying anything though. They're trying, but they're like, this person's gonna keep it secret. They're locking their shit down. Justice. I think they're protecting you from something with Justice, Spirit, Justice. Seven of Swords. Five of Wands. Yeah, this person's detoxing from the sabotaging energy around them. They have the Seven of Swords and they have the Five of Wands reversed. And then they have the Eight of Cups recognized. Like, I can't make this up. This person feels possibly trapped, possibly detoxing, possibly rebuilding boundaries. They're removing super toxic people from their life, and they're reconstituting certain circumstances in their life. They can't abandon and kick everyone out, but there was specifically this Queen of Wands over here that's being nasty. That's come up in other readings of mine. They're cleaning that up, and in the process of cleaning that up, we have the Three of Wands energy over here. The Three of Wands. It's showing up cross spirit. What is the Three of Wands? I'm running out of cards for the spirit to tell me what's up. They have the Hermit reversed. Tell me more. Five of Wands. Five of Cups. I don't feel like this person's able to get away from these people, but I think what I'm seeing with the Five of Wands is a group of people. Empress. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This person's in the Three of Wands energy is weird. It's Three of Wands for me is like envisioning a beautiful future with someone, right? And what I'm seeing here is this Three of Wands is talking about foreseeing a future, but it kept coming up weird. And what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing here is very obvious. This person is isolating themselves. They feel cold and isolated and separate. They might be talking to people with it, Hermit in reverse. They might be surrounding people, but their truest, most authentic self has never been more deeply locked away. With the Five of Wands, people around them might be jabbing them with their grief over you. Might be saying things about you, might be bringing you up in certain circumstances that are hurting you, or hurting them. Might be like kind of laughing at them, saying, hey, how did you mess this up? Why did you mess this up with this person? Five of Pentacles. Yeah, this person feels horrifyingly isolated. Horrifyingly isolated with the Ten of Cups. They feel very abandoned by true love. And they have no one but themselves to blame because of a third-party situation. If they're in a third party, they're not happy. This third-party situation is not a happy situation. Clarify the Sun for me. Ten of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. Magician. This person's manifesting you. Oh my god. This person's manifesting you. They're really hoping to see you show up in their life. They're hoping to see you come back into their life later on, because they keep seeing, they know better. They're starting to see who you really are. Their heart and their soul and their spirit is opening up to who you are. The energy is just, it's abundantly clear. It's not something I can really fight. It's just so, I mean, it is what it is. It's nothing here is something that I can misinterpret into any other way. This person's obsessed. In a way, I wouldn't say that they're all like, oh, I'm obsessed with this person, but they're really wanting redemption. This person's hungry for redemption after this. We have the Hangman reversed. We have the King of Wands and the Eight of Swords. King of Wands. Magician reversed. The King of Wands is also showing up here. The Hangman. King of Wands. And the Eight of Swords. Clarify on the Eight of Swords, please. I don't have enough cards to clarify anything with the Tower. Eight of Swords. This person's had a tower and it's left them trapped in their head that you're the one for them. And that they really want to come back and they want to tell you how they feel. And they want to open up the gateway of having a happier relationship because they're seeing how their actions have hurt you and how listening to this Queen of Wands was very foolish. And how their own personal choices have been self-sabotaging and destructive. They just basically shit on everything. And this is where they belong. The tower they're going through is their justice. Spirit, what else? Oh yeah, we have over here, yeah, this Nine of Cups. Yeah, I think that's all that needs to be said here. That's almost used up the whole deck at this point. Justice for their mischievous ways. And very possibly you are walking away from this. Four of Pentacles. Yeah. Very possibly you are walking away from this deceptive person because you've been very destructive, but you haven't come to that full conclusion yet. Otherwise, this reading would not be for you. There might be still some leftover pieces and parts that need to be addressed and dealt with and fixed and solved. There's more here that you got to deal with, girl. Boy. They, them, he, she's, who, what's. There's just energy floating around here where this person made past mistakes. They neglected you. They're wishy-washy. They're really kind of awful. And you had to cut it off despite how difficult it was, especially with twin flames going on. And you've healed it. You're healing from this situation. You're moving on. You're moving forward. You're actually like shining brightly. This person's watching you and like they can't wait to prepare to. They really want to come forward and offer you try and reconnect with you because they really love you, but it's just really difficult for them. Is what I'm feeling. The other thing I'm feeling, something to do with coins. Something to do with coins is showing up. Someone's like wishing well, or I'm seeing rain and coins. That's a peculiar set of images. The other thing I'm also feeling is not just like, oh my god, they're remorse and they love you and they want to fix this. This person they're so numb to this. They're not numb to you and they're numb to love. They have only experienced this person has not experienced good love in their life. I think they have a really big mommy and daddy issues. This person, I'm especially feeling like dad issues. This person they have a very hard time when it comes to at least one of their parents or a very unique parental situation. For some of you, I'm seeing foster care. I'm seeing in and out of prison. I'm seeing potential drug abuse. I'm seeing what else? I'm seeing numbness, like someone's hands are numb. Someone's having a hard time feeling. I think somebody's numb to love. And you're slowly in the process of helping nurture and heal that in them to help give them another possibility or relationship with love. To realize that was for them and that is something that they could have. But you're becoming divine punishment for this person for their behavior. Page of Cups. This is going to continue on my TikTok if you're interested. I am still a small creator, so it's easy to find them. But just pay attention to what I'm wearing now and you'll find it. But it'll share a title. It'll have a similar tone to it. But anywho, I hope you guys have a beautiful evening. I'm a little sleepy bear. But I'm going to go record some TikTok readings. And then I think I'm going to hit the hay. Hanson signing out. If you're interested, I should have everything you need to know in the description. I do not reach out. If you want a personal private reading with me, go ahead and book on my website. And if that's not working for you for whatever reason, you can always shoot me a private message. Otherwise, have a beautiful, beautiful morning, noon, or night. And I will see you guys in the next reading. Bye-bye.